Okay, this is JUSTICEMAHN again from Team Variable. Trying to get these done, kinda shotgun them, do them quickly. This is the second deck. I showed this before. This is the Cyber Eltanin OTK. 3 Cyber Eltanins. The basic idea is Cyber Eltanin, Future Fusion are really just sending as many of your light machine type monsters, because that's all the deck has. If you haven't done it by other ways. Future Fusion is the quickest way. Future Fusion, send all of them, all like 20 of them in here. Summon Cyber Eltanin. You really only need 15 for a clear kill of 8,000. So the deck basically focuses on clearing your opponent's field, so it can do that. Cyber Eltanin's big thing is that when it's summoned, it sends all monsters on the field to the graveyard. So again, like Dark End Dragon, it sends them, so Stardust can't do anything about it. And but it's only face up. It's only face up monsters, so you have to figure out ways to get rid of the spell and traps and the face down monsters to go for the direct kill. So 3 Cyber Eltanins. Thanks to the new format, I've got 3 Cyber Dragons. Blue Thunder T45, good card just as a beatdown until you can get your Cyber Eltanin OTK working. Also good because it just gets out a token that is light machine type. 3 Cyber Dragon's Ways, they get Cyber Dragon's name if you reveal a spell card. 2 Jade Knights, basic searchers, but they have to be face up to use for searching, so they're really just good as shields. Hyper Synchron, if you're in a pinch, there are ways you could summon Black Rose, but the real thing is Avenging Knight. 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner light monsters. Whole deck is light. Hyper Synchron's a level 4. You synchro summon with Jade Knight, Blue Thunder, Cyber Dragon. It's out there. Card Trooper, good for shortening down your deck. Gets a free draw when it's destroyed. Even if you send Cyber Eltanin into the graveyard, you can bring it back. The only problem is if you send Future Fusion. I'm considering Magical Stone Excavation. If it changes, I will update it in the deck list that I'll post with this. Cyber Dinosaur. Its effect is that when your opponent special summons a card from the hand, you can special summon it. The only thing that it's good for, I guess, would be Black Wings. But other than that, I don't really use it for that. Future Fusion, I send it to the graveyard. And if things go sour and the OTK doesn't work out, they kill Cyber Eltanin. If I use Return from the Different Dimension, or Different Dimension Reincarnation, can special summon this remove from place Cyber Dinosaur. And with a limiter removal or Solidarity, it can really make a good impact. Proto-cyber, not as vital to the deck now that I have 3 Cybers and 3 Cyber Dragon's Ways, but it can still be used for little things. Road Synchron. Road Synchron works as a field clearer when you use Cyber Dragon and Road Synchron. Synchro summon for a level 7, a Black Rose, and just blow up the field and then let the combo come out. Roulette Barrel. It's a good shield. Its effect that you once per turn roll during the main phase, of course, roll a 6-sided die twice. That means you get 2 chances at it, and you can destroy a monster on the field with whose level is equal to it, so 1 through 6. Depending on, you can just choose which one of those rolls you want. Shredder. Send 1 machine type monster from your hand to the graveyard to destroy 1 face-up monster your opponent controls whose level is less than or equal to that monster's. With Eltanin being a level 10, not much you can do against that. Power Bond. Now that there's a 3 Cyber Dragon allowance, you can do the old Zane Truesdale Marufuji Ryo Cyber End Dragon with 8,000 attack, Power Bond OTK. Mystical Space Typhoon, again, Spawn Trap card clearing is important in this deck. Magical Mallet, in case you get the wrong hand, search it out. Search out for the specific cards you want to send back. Future Fusion, great for the OTK, and that's the only real reason. Dark Hole, of course, you have to use Future Fusion with Chimera Tech. You understand that. Chimera Tech, which has Cyber Dragon plus one or more machine type monsters. Just send your Cyber Dragon, send a bunch of machine type monsters, and you should win. Dark Hole, clear any face downs before you attack. Overload Fusion is another, in case the duel goes south. Use Overload Fusion with all the cards you just sent from Future Fusion and special summon a Chimera Tech or maybe a Cyber End. Oh, I'm sorry. The only thing you can use it for is Chimera Tech, but it'll come out even stronger than Cyber Eltanin would if you remove everything. But it is a risky card because it removes all of the cards in your graveyard, and that means you can't use it again. Giant Trunade, field spell and trap card clearer. Better than Cold Wave because Future Fusion has to be played first. So it's better to just send everything back to your opponent's hand because they're not going to use it next turn anyway. They'll lose. Different Dimension Reincarnation. Again, you're going to be removing from play a lot of stuff, either for Overload or for Eltanin. So you want to be able to bring your cards back. Like I said, Cyber Dinosaur, great to bring back. Evolution Burst, it's Cyber Dragon support. Activate only when you have a Cyber Dragon on the field. Destroy one card your opponent controls. Cyber Dragon cannot attack the turn you activate this card. Good thing about this card is if you attack with like Zwei and then give it Cyber Dragon's name, Zwei, it can still work because technically that Cyber Dragon did not attack, but Zwei attacked, and it only becomes Cyber Dragon after the fact that it's fought. And it's really good for face down monster clearing or spell card clearing. Solidarity helps you kind of beat things down. Everything in the deck is machine. The only problem is if you throw in your Avenging Knight or Black Rose, the Solidarity bonus will lock down. But with Blue Thunder, it turns Blue Thunder into a 2,500 beat stick, and you keep special summoning, and I'm using Grinder Golem tokens as my Thunder option tokens that it special summons, but it special summons 1,500 Thunder option tokens, which go up to 2,300 Thunder option tokens, so you can just swarm with that even. Limiter removal doubles your doubles the machine's attack, destroys at the end of the turn. If you really need the extra attack points for Eltanin or Overdragon or any of your other machines, great card to finish the job. Nobleman with crossout gets rid of your opponent's face down monsters, removes them from play, great. Light of Redemption, I need to get Gold Sark, but if I had Gold Sark, I'd remove from play an Eltanin, pay Light of Redemption, which is 800, and you get it to your hand. So that's how that would work. Next, Traps. Trap Stun, stops cards on the field. Compulsory, return opponent's monster. Return from the different dimension. Another backup card, just special summon all the cards you just removed from Cyber Eltanin and Future Fusion. Ceasefire, which flips all face down defense position monsters face up and inflicts damage to them. Burn damage can come in handy because if you haven't quite finished them off yet, it'll work. But also it'll flip everything up and make it a target that, I mean, Cyber Eltanin doesn't target, but it will make it possible for Cyber Eltanin to send everything to the graveyard. 7 tools, not using Dark Bribe in this deck, but that's because it's in another deck. 7 tools, again, protecting Cyber Eltanin, protecting Chimera Tech, protecting your OTK. Beckoning Light, again, like I said, if you send the wrong card with Card Trooper, you can bring it back with Beckoning Light. Just by discarding your hand, you can bring as many cards that you just sent back, in terms of light monsters, back to your hand. Divine Wrath, just to protect and negate anything your opponent has. Waboku, and just in case things go wrong and you don't have anything on your field afterwards, because Cyber Eltanin will clear your own field as well. Same with Chimera Tech. So Chimera Tech, I got 3 Overdragons. Thanks to the 10s, I got Fortress Dragon. Cyber Twin Dragon and Cyber End Dragon are great with Power Bond. They can become their own OTK on their own. And then finally Avenging Knight, Parshath, and Black Rose and my tokens. Alright, again, leave comments, criticisms, whatever you have, tips. Try to make the next deck. Keep you posted. Alright.